The October 7th massacre has taught us that Israel and the Jewish diaspora are in the same boat. There's no way that one swims while the other sinks. There's no way that lies about Israel go unchallenged and Jews around the world remain safe. Israel needs a strong diaspora, and the diaspora needs a strong Israel. That's why Israel advocacy is a Jewish civil rights issue. When Jews were under attack at Columbia, Shai Davidai stood up and he said, "Not on my watch." Shai has paid a price. Shai is a hero of Israel. This is his story.
I'm Shai Davidai. I'm an assistant professor of management at Columbia Business School, and for the past 14 months, a reluctant activist. Being in New York City, October 7th actually started for me, October 6th, 11:29 p.m. We got a WhatsApp message from my wife's sister. There was a picture of her baby, son at the time was 1 year old, in diapers, looking at the TV screen, and the TV screen says, barrage of rockets on central Israel. I remember feeling so weak and useless sitting in the comfort of my home in Manhattan. Well, this is happening in my home in Israel. For all of us, the most critical day was October 7th, regardless of whether you're in Israel or not. But then for Jews in the diaspora, the most critical day was, or the second most critical day was October 8th, where we thought that given the sites of the massacre, given the fighting was still going on in Israel, we would have some support, we would have some understanding from the world, and instead, this 8th front was open on October 8th. In Times Square was already a protest against Israel. On October 8th, 2023. On October 12th, 2023, seeing 800 students, faculty, and staff at Columbia cheering over the sites of October 7th massacre, it shocked me so much that I told myself, something needs to be done. Someone has to say something. But at no point did I say, I will be the person that does it. But the thing that I did say to myself was, someone needs to say something. The war is still going on, but also the ideological war outside of Israel is still going on. And not many people are stepping up to fight, especially not in academia. And until they do, I don't feel like I have the privilege to stop. The two main responses were hate and indifference. When you take the indifference and the hatred together, what you end up getting is the indifference enabling the hatred to grow uninterrupted, leading to me being investigated for my actions. For the past year, I've been investigated for my social media presence, me being suspended from campus when there were encampments in which Jews who refused to recant their relationship to Israel were not allowed in. And on the October 7th memorial, being suspended again because I was speaking up against the administration's willingness to allow pro-Hamas celebrations on October 7th annual anniversary. The important thing is, no matter what happens, I will have definitely done this again a million times over. Despite the pain, despite the dozens of times of me breaking down, despite the fact that it's affected my physical health, despite the fact that it's all but ruined my career, because it's the right thing to do. It's scary speaking up. It's uncomfortable breaking any norm, even if it's the smallest minor norm. People have self-doubt. Even when they know the difference between right and wrong, they are worried that they might say not the exact right thing. So you can see, a lot of people look at someone like me and say, yeah, it's great that he's speaking up, but look at the cost that he's paid, personal, professional. I don't want to experience that. And in that sense, they might be right. The scariest thing that had personally happened to me on campus is the normalization of hatred. I've been screamed at. I have had my kids' pictures posted on social media. I've had my address posted on social media, my class schedule with the tagline, go harass him. I've had almost every death threat possible. I've had people with Hamas and Hezbollah and PFLP and Al-Qaeda flags like in my face screaming. All of that I can deal with. That is hatred. Hatred is irrational and I can deal with. The indifference is the scariest part. On October 7th, 2024, when there was a Hamas celebration on campus by Columbia students, faculty, and staff, I did not focus on the students, the faculty, and the staff that hate me. I focused on the administrators that were there who did nothing. And to see their faces as they are looking at the hatred, knowing the hatred is wrong, but are frozen from doing anything, that to me was the scariest moment. As you're celebrating Hanukkah, I want you to remember two important things. In the days of the Hashmonaim, there was no Columbia University and there was no social media. Imagine if at that time we had indoctrination in universities and misinformation on social media. We may not have made it so far. It's our job to make sure that years from now, people will still remember the ness of Hanukkah, but also the ness of the State of Israel, and to keep fighting the misinformation and the indoctrination.